We will be examining the short administrative police report regarding the house invasion that was provided by the GGD. Everything shown here is written by the Amsterdam police in their own official documents, not by me. Here it is. According to the police report, the incident took place on the night of March 28, beginning at 11:45, and continued into the early morning of March 29th, ending at 1:05. The report itself was written later, on March 29th at 8:54 in the morning. The report itself was written later, on March 29th at 8:54 in the morning. This means the report is a retrospective reconstruction, written several hours after the events. The report states that colleagues received a complaint classified as possible domestic violence. According to the police, the submitter stated the following: I heard screaming from the home. I heard two voices, including a woman's voice. I thought I heard, I will kill you. I often hear screaming from the home in the evenings. The report attributes certainty only to hearing screaming and two voices, including a woman's voice. The report then describes the interaction with the resident. In this report, I'm referred to as the resident. According to the police, the resident said, I'm not going to open the door. I'm alone. There is no one else in the home. I feel very threatened and will not open the door. The report does not state why the resident felt threatened. The police write that the resident refused to open the door even after being warned that the door would be destroyed. The report then states that the resident gave permission to open the door. The reporting officer then describes his observations in the attic. He reports a room behind a separate door. Inside that room, he reports seeing a computer, a monitor, and a keyboard on the ground. The officer also reports having seen a computer earlier in the living room. He then writes, I suspected that this computer was hidden in an illogical place in the home. I took several photographs of what we found. The report does not specify which computer this suspicion refers to. The computer in the living room is an Apple iMac that belonged to my mother. The computer in the attic is a server, housed in a Cooler Master case. Servers are commonly placed in separate rooms because they produce noise and are operated remotely. The reporting officer further writes that he saw Happy Meals and products for children on the first floor. He reports taking photographs of these items. In my home, items that fall under this description include Nintendo Amiibo figurines. These are video game accessories containing digital codes, and they also function as decorative items. Toward the end of the report, the reporting officer states that he and the other officers had a strange feeling about this situation. He lists the following elements as red flags: the resident's friendliness, calmness, refusal to open the door, and the presence of a server and items categorized as children's products. Based on this combination, the reporting officer writes that he notified the police branch responsible for investigating sexual offenses against children, known as Zayden. The report concludes with these observations. No further findings are described. The report records no victim, no second person, and no evidence of violence. This concludes the content of the short administrative police report. This concludes the factual reconstruction of the short administrative police report, as written by the police themselves. In part 3, we will examine the origin of the complaint, the residential situation at number 13, and the documented contradictions between the relevant housing corporation, property management organization, and the municipality.